Say good morning to your Grenada. Our sister Isles of Carriacou, Petit Martinique. Good morning and welcome to another edition of To The Point for today. It's Monday. It's the 17th day of January. What's in the year 2022, man? It's a Monday morning. I'm not sure what it's like in your neck of the woods this morning. What you got up to? Was it a cool morning? Has it been a hectic morning thus far for you? You at work and probably there was stuff you left undone over the from Friday, and it remains there until this morning. Right. So you at it already? Probably been on the JOB for the last hour or so. As a vast majority of us, we do work up until the Friday for vast majority of us. We get the entire weekend off, and we back to work this morning. And hey, that task, that journey, kicked in again. So welcome to The Point. Good morning to our listeners via Facebook and others, the YouTube, whatever platform you're choosing to listen to us this morning. You have chosen to listen to us this morning. Those of you viewing via GBN TV, good morning. Hey, my name Glenn Tellisford, GT with you once again. Yeah. How's everybody doing? So, of course, this edition of To The Point this morning, another open line segment for you as we kick this Monday off. What's on your mind? What's on your mind? What's on your mind?
Very nice.
A bit of a burning issue that happened over the weekend that, of course, tickled your mind just a wee bit. I like to put it in that particular perspective. It tickled your mind. What about you call me this morning and tell me about something positive in your neighborhood this morning that, you participated in over the weekend. And you thought to yourself, hey, I want to share it with the nation.
What's going on, man?
If that happened, and I saw the benefit it could bring to my nation, because you saw the benefit that it actually made, the difference that it actually made to your neck of the woods in terms of where you live. And you said, hey, imagine if that's been practiced by other communities. What a difference it could certainly make, all right? So the number to chime in this morning is usual, 435-2041, 435-2041. Another edition of To The Point. Probably, you still have some concern about, the children going back to school. There's lots of you who still have some concerns about that. Probably you still haven't sent your son or daughter back to school as yet. You're still in that wait and see circumstances. Yeah. See what it's going to be like for this week. You're probably going to hold out for the entire month of January before you actually send them back to school, because you're probably waiting till you see, hey, things may die down a little bit in terms of the numbers, there are less cases and so forth, so you feel more comfortable to keep them home. Let's talk about it. 435-2041, 435-2041. I think I see a caller on my line. Let's go over. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, and how are you?
I am doing great, my dear.
I hope everything is all right with you on your
side. I'm not in the complaining mood this morning, so I'm not complaining this morning.
But if you want to complain, take it to the Lord in prayer.
Well, I certainly will do that, and you do likewise.
Because He's the only one who can help us when we're going through any things in this world.
We all know that.
It's always there for us.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is this morning I have is because of the hearing and listening to news and hearing the things that I don't want to hear at all. People hanging themselves for their job, it is not right. Now, when you have a job and someone forces you to do something and you don't want to do it, you might leave the job. Mm-hmm. But if they're sharing something and you don't want it, you say, no, thank you, I don't eat that, I don't want it. Do not force them to take it. You cannot force a cow to drink water. If you go to the cow, you see, you don't put him out down, you put it back, you say, I don't want the water. But you're trying to force someone to take a vaccine because they don't take the vaccine, you fire them from their job. That poor child could hang herself because she needed her job, she wanted the job. But this is the wrong thing she do. When you take the life that God gave to you, it's the very worst thing you could do in the world. The life God gives you, you say, have it abundantly, or live it for Him, with Him, and for your neighbors. So when you have a job and people fire from it, you hurt a whole lot. But the answer for it is not taking your life. She should have got another job. But I'm so sad for that young lady, knowing that she lost her job because she didn't want to take the vaccine. They fire from the job. Employers, remember, you don't force people to work if they don't want to work. If they want to work, let them work. Don't force them to take the vaccine because they don't want to take the vaccine. Okay, you're going to give this order. They don't have the vaccine, the virus. So how could they give it to someone? Why send them home to sit down without a job? People who want work. If you're not working, you cannot pay your bills, you cannot feed your children, you cannot send them to school, cannot have bus fare, nothing to give to them because you don't have a job to help yourself. And when you fire someone for a job, you take away the bread and butter God give to them. And some people will say if the police do something to somebody, hurt somebody, fire him. No, how you could say fire the police? You can't fire them from their job, they are caretakers. And if we don't have the law, we have nobody in the wall.
I agree.
Because the police officers are there to protect and help save lives. They risk their lives to save our lives. As soon as something happens to you, 911, who are you calling? You call the police. And when they come after they do something wrong, you don't like what they do, fire them from the job. You want somebody to fire you from your job? No. You want to keep your job. So let the law do their work and you do yours. And if you don't do things that the law come to you, they won't come to you. Somebody burning in a car, they're risking their life to pull you out from that burning car. Somebody is drunk and they're drunk and they see what to save your life, they're drunk, you live. So leave the policemen do their work. They are protected, and God for them to do the work in the name of Jesus.
Yeah, all right, caller. All right, caller. All right.
And you take care of yourself.
You too, my dear. I, of course, appreciate your call this morning. Certainly appreciate your call, and you made a lot of valid points there. Of course, we all have heard about the situation that occurred the last couple of days. An individual, of course, took their life for the reasons that was out there. And it's so sad. Our condolences to the family. Good morning. Welcome to The Point.
Good morning.
How are you, my dear?
I'm good, you know.
All right. What's you want to share with us this morning?
I'm calling on something that I just learned, that a teacher who has children going to secondary school, and also she has a mortgage to pay, and she was working for a very long time, and then she was just turned off from the job because she don't want to take the vaccine, and it's very, 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 very not nice.
All right.
She was working over, and to be said, is a Christian person who has fired her.
All right. Well, that is so sad. That is so sad to hear about, but I guess that will be followed up upon to get the real meat of the matter of it. All right. It's 435-2041. It's to The Point for Monday here on K105, and the views. It's an open line this morning, and encourage you to call in and share some information with us pertaining to issues that you want to share. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Listen, I just calling to just warn the drivers and of our nation to just really take it easy on the road. Just really take it easy on the road. They just had a big accident in Chulu there. It's just I'm just so pissed off.
No loss of lives or anything of the sort?
When the person was screaming so much, I had to go close to it. The police are there, and the woman is screaming a lot, and they take it easy. They're coming up from Dusty Highway. You in that section. They're going down to the university. You're supposed to stop. You're supposed to stop. You're coming out from a by road. You're supposed to stop and let the traffic flow. But I don't know what is going on in our country. The place is so crazy, lawless, and with everything else, the COVID, cost of living, and people are just getting frustrated and thing. I just really need to take it easy on the road.
All right, caller.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, and it's been talked about a lot last week. We've been hearing, of course, callers calling in and complaining about the drivers, not driving with that due care and attention, and you just have to take it easy, drivers. Of course, I know sometimes it's just you have to go wherever you're going, but take your time. You're gonna get there. Good morning.
Good morning. Sir.
How are you, sir?
Fairly all right, sir.
Tell me.
Yeah. We know that to see problem developing. Problem would develop.
Why would you say we now start to see problems?
Hold on. I intend to say it, man. You're too quick. You're too busy for me.
All right.
I want you to comment after I made my statement. Don't take everything I say as gospel truth.
I'm not.
Oh, so comment. I'm assessing you, know. You see.
I'm not hearing you anymore.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm looking at what is happening in the world. This COVID and what is happening with other things, as for example, the criminalization of marijuana. More serious things would happen even in Grenada. Because I am asking myself, I do not know even what you call marijuana. I guess you know.
Yeah, well, I know.
No,
I know what it's called.
People validate that it has medical properties in it.
Mm-hmm.
Good medical properties or bad medical properties. To cure people, who would carry it out? When you decriminalize it, and it's been sold on the market very expensive, maybe easily sold. No, even nutmeg is not easily sold. And to some extent it's legalized.
Mm-hmm.
And it don't have so much bad effect. What I heard then, I don't know about it. So I can't tell you have good effect or bad effect. Now let's assume it has plenty bad effects. What do you think will have? We'll likely to have more boys and girls and women and men prancing over the street as crazy people, and then you might have more accident, more hospitalization, and more people might be killed, or more people might be injured, because when they get crazy, they do all kind of different things. I don't know if that is true, marijuana or whatever, the drugs could cause people to raise the ego or perhaps lower it and make you do bad things that I consider to be bad.
Mm-hmm.
Cursing, fighting, arguments. So I expect more, except you legalize it for everybody and everybody plant and we have it in abundance. So few people would sell or will export it, mainly for export. I don't know. This is a
But you mentioned it when you started that you don't know what it's going to cause or what the problem, or you don't know it per se, marijuana. That's what you said. But you have just stated a lot of things that you think problems that it causes.
Knowing is having facts.
Okay.
I'm speculating.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm speculating. I know that 2 and 2 is 4. I don't know anything else.
All right, caller. Thanks for your call.
That's what people don't understand.
Thanks for your call.
Speculating, you have a right to say that's my opinion.
And I agree.
My opinion.
And your opinion is respected 100%. All right, sir. All right. Good morning to you. That was that caller. Always interesting to hear him, the statements that he made. He makes on a daily basis. Good morning to you, sir. Good morning. It's K105, and hey, share your thoughts. What's bothering you? Of course, we did have that chit chat this morning here on K105. Of course, with a farmer pertaining to the decriminalization of marijuana. Of course, there's two different aspects: decriminalization and legalization of it. That's two different aspects of it. All right. Good morning. How you doing? Welcome to K105.
Morning.
How are you doing, my dear?
Not so bad.
Not too bad. Tell me.
The statement that people saying that the child was in vaccine, the child is fully vaccinated, and what I'm telling you is facts.
What child are you talking about?
The child what hung herself. She was fully vaccinated.
The young lady that hanged herself.
Yes, the young lady. She was fully vaccinated.
Okay.
They sent her home because she had the COVID. And when she go back to work, they said that things get slow. So that is the reason she go home. But she was fully vaccinated. What I'm telling you is facts. That is facts what I know.
All right, my dear. Thanks for sharing the information.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's a different perspective on that issue there. That's a different perspective there. And Your statement is welcome. It's K105. It's 435-2041. That's a number you can call to get in contact. Those of you who are listening via Facebook, YouTube, those of you viewing, via these platforms, good morning. Also, those of you viewing via K105, listening via K105, good morning, and at GBN TV. Let's go to the phone line. I think we may have lost that caller there just a wee bit this morning. Let's try another caller and see who we have on the line this morning. I was actually mentioning a while ago that we did had a farm online this morning chatting about the marijuana and so forth. Those of you who probably listened in that segment this morning. Good morning, Grenada. Yeah, what's your opinion on it? Let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, sir. Tell me.
I think it was last Thursday, was the very first caller made mention of a road in St. Andrew, the road to the Boiling Spring. I think he mentioned of Clabony, and he said that the road, the people who were doing the road, but it was in an unsatisfactory condition. That's what he said. And then somebody called after to say that he should wait for the work to be completed. But that road was mentioned in the Senate debate of the budget. The senator from there who lives, I think that's where her business is, did state that the road, what was being done there, is far from what is acceptable. So, and it doesn't mean because you're not an expert on a lot of things, because you cannot make certain comments that you see, because we all of us, in a measure, are educated, and sometimes the people who make the dumbest decisions that we accept as truth and what should be followed, the most educated. So we call them, we see them as educated, and we see them as being the experts. So because we hold them in that esteem, we think that the people who are less cannot make valuable comments or make certain criticize certain things being done because they're in that position. But that is not so.
All right.
Have a good day, sir.
You too, my sir. Have a good day. Hey, folks, let's take a short break. When we come back, we take some more of your calls. It's To The Point for Monday. It's open line, and we taking your calls. Share your concerns here on the Q105. Let's take a short break. We're coming right back. Don't touch your dial, folks. When we come back, we share more of your concerns live.
Looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
I think
Back with you here on K105, GBN TV, and all of our social media platforms where you're viewing, and those of you listening via K105. Good morning. Welcome once again to The Point for Monday. It's January the 17th, and the 17th of January 2022, and a fast-moving sort of a January, I would say. Yeah, it's moving. Let's go back to the phone line. Good morning. How you doing?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
How are you, my dear?
I'm not too bad.
Not too bad.
The gentleman who last spoke there,
Mm-hmm.
he came up with a lot of good ideas.
You thought he came up with a good point? Somehow we lost you. Good morning, caller. You there? I guess we may have lost that caller there for some reason or the other. I'm not sure what happened with their line. I think all is well and on our side here. I'm not sure what's the issue was. And she actually mentioned about the caller who called pertaining to the road situation there, and she was pleased with what he said. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
All right, go right ahead with your point.
I hope Grenadians listening carefully. Last election was oil and gas. Now we're hearing they don't have that because they don't have enough to drill for. Okay? The one before, we restore pension. Up to now, no pension. This time, regularizing marijuana. And look at who they put in to talk about it. Just look at who they put in to talk about it. So they think they could fool people, but the youth, they better open their eyes and wise up, because they have more jail in regularizing marijuana than leaving them to smoke it as is right now.
All right, my dear. Well, that's, of course, her stating her opinion there, and your opinion is respected. It's K105, it's GBN TV, various social media platforms this morning. Good morning to those of you viewing us via YouTube or Facebook. Good morning. I know I'm saying I don't pay attention to much of the comments. I've been trying to lay my hands on it, but sometimes it's a little bit of a task to move through both. Hey, good morning. How are you?
Hello, good morning. And how are you?
I'm doing good, sir.
All right. Now, they decriminalizing marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
They say they decriminalizing marijuana. I heard the program this morning that was very interested. But the Prime Minister promised to build a new prison and a new jail. And he don't build it yet, but he decided to decriminalize marijuana. So when you go build it? Because remember, we have a lot of young ones on the street already don't want to walk, they don't want to do nothing but touch everything. And then remember, when you decriminalize marijuana, everybody going to sell what they want to sell, and everybody going to go up on another own. So when the prison will be late and the hospital will be late. So we like to get the hospital and the prison before we decriminalize the marijuana.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
Your point taken. All right, and all right. He's stating his opinion there again. It's K105 to the point. Share your thoughts. What's happening around your community? What's happening around the nation that you think that you want to bring to the fore, and let us know. And let's go back to the phone line this morning. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
I always like to emphasize that.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of us are not understanding, or we do not understand what is education. And I must say to the public or to the world, education is fit to live and fit to live with. What do one mean when he says that education is fit to live? That means you should be able to make a living, being employable. Fit to live with means that you should be able to, a man would hit you a box and you turn away from him, or you hit him or you knock him out, whatever you want to say, but you react in the best interest of you. And this is what I cannot understand. A lot of us have academic education, and we cannot put the academic education into practical use. We should be able to transfer whatever we learn in school to life situation. In other words, if we learn healthy rules, we should be able to take the healthy rules and apply it to our surrounding. So then we learn. If we learn measurement, we should be able to take our measurement mathematics then and put it into useful use. In other words, you don't always have to call a man to do something for you. I could tell you, Ashura must be one of the most versatile men in Grenada. One of the most. I drive truck, I educate people, and I'm still educating. But people have a tendency to believe when they are 20 CXC, they're educated. You rote learning, Though is not the same thing as being able to transfer what you learn to school into practical. I have worked with Mr. Nicholas Brafitt when he was Prime Minister in his house, and yet I was being involved in education. And still for all, I could fix anything you could think of. Even the old house I'm living in. Fire builders, I said, no, so-called builders. It's the same thing. We have people with paper, and they cannot put it into practical use. You have people that have 40 CXC, and they do not know what you mean by vaccination, or now they call it vax or vex. And they do not know what is implied when they make a vaccination. What do we have in it? This is what people have to learn in Grenada. Forget about the other parts of the world.
All right,
you people build yourself so that if they fire you, you could do something else. So then you wouldn't kill yourself. Do something else. Whether it's something in the land, something in the road. Don't feel that anything is too big for you to do. Because if you're working for money in the road, then you wouldn't kill yourself, or you could go to something in the land, out of Falkland, out of pick up nutmeg, out of go in the land from 6 to 6 sometimes. People have to do something and forget about work. Not all of us would be able to work.
Certainly understand, caller. Caller, point taken, and we understand the direction that you're going at.
But that's why you have to. The educators are not educating people in the right way.
We certainly understand. Have a great morning.
Them academically.
All right, caller. Thanks so much for your contribution this morning. Thank you so much for your contribution. That caller there, of course, making the point that, there are other things you could do besides your academic education, So there are folks who have that education where the theoretical part of education, but there are folks who good on doing things physically, and they are making a killer for living themselves. You understand? And sometimes doing even better than individuals who may have the paper part of education per se. Let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning. How are you?
Good. Why are you entertaining this man more than once? Good. Why are you entertaining this man more than once?
And the point you want to share this morning, caller, tell us.
Because other people want to call and he just coming up.
All right, caller. Thank you so much. Have a good morning yourself. Okay, let's move on here as K105. It's to the point this morning. Share your thoughts. Sometimes I have no control over the callers that are coming in, so I cannot say if this individual been there twice sometime when the call come in. Sometimes you don't want to just be disrespectful to someone by just disconnecting them, but sometimes I can't tell if someone is called. Okay, good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
How are you doing, sir?
I hope everything's going well.
I'm doing all right.
Good morning to your followers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the numbers keep creeping up.
Yes.
And so are the deaths.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very concerned, and I would say even frustrated. I'm seeing some behavior in this country that's almost taking us back to cavemen and cavewomen conduct.
Expand on that a little bit.
Yes. We're in the middle of a pandemic the like of which we have never seen. None of us have lived through a pandemic like that before. We have the major weapon in the armory is vaccination. Some people have chosen not to take the vaccination. That's their right. That's their right. But don't tell me you won't wear a mask, right? You refuse to follow the other protocols. You don't want to social distance. If you think you're being exposed, you refuse to get tested, right? A lot of people are getting tested. They went to a function, everybody else is positive, they won't go and get tested. But at the same time, they won't even isolate themselves. They feel they're positive, but they go and they mingle, they jump in a bus, they go to work, they do everything else. Now, this is not just being selfish, it's being very, very backward. We have to do something. We cannot just ignore everything and do as though we're back in the dark ages and we don't know what's going on around us. Mm-hmm. If you don't want to get vaccinated, follow the other protocols strictly. But don't tell me you're not going to follow anything. You're just going about as though this thing is not happening around you. I'm very, very concerned, and I think that unless we behave ourselves and we try to act as civilized people, we're going to lose a lot of lives in this country.
I share your concern too, caller. I share your concern, I mean, and I would say if you want a lot of the individuals who are, as you mentioned, not following the protocols, is who we deem to be adults. You understand? Maybe children, you may forgive them a little bit, but you look at the adults, big man and woman, who are not following the protocols for their own reason or reasons why. Sometimes it have me up hard times just watching what they do. You understand? And I
admire Delma Thomas, because there is an unnecessary stigma, very stupid stigma, I would say dotish, of people not wanting to test and get a positive result.
Or even just the mere thought of telling people that they are COVID positive. Folks still don't want to do that. They don't want to let. I don't want nobody know.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody know and walking around and causing other people to be infected, others to be infected, and not even telling them, hey, I am positive. Or come on. What is COVID has gotten to a stage where now it's not a worrying issue if you have it and able to get over it. You understand. And we just pray that you get over it. You don't have the underlying diseases or the sort, which means to allow you to get over it. But I don't think it's a problem per se where you can not wanting to let others know that you were tested positive. You understand?
Some folks are saying that they don't want to or if they feel they're positive, but they don't want to they don't want to test, because then they'll have to. Folks would know that they're positive. Some of them want to continue working, so that if they get a positive test result, then they may have to stay home for a couple of days. So they'll go to work and they'll infect everybody else on the job. I think we are being dumb, we are being selfish, and we are causing a lot more people to be infected than need to be, and we are going to be losing many more lives than are necessary.
All right, caller.
That we could have saved if only we use a bit of common sense.
All right.
You don't want to vaccinate? Follow the other protocols. But don't tell me that nothing applies to you, none of the above. Insane, very insane.
Callers like yourself, I want to encourage you to continue to try to help folks, educate them pertaining to this, because this is serious, and I think there are a lot of folks out there who are still not taking COVID serious.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Well, the death rate has started coming up again, and probably that may put a little sense in the heads of some of them.
All right. Thank you, caller. Have a good morning.
You're welcome.
All right. Yeah, that caller sharing a very important point there where, individuals still not wanting people know they are COVID. And I know of individuals who have COVID and trying to behave like normal. You understand? Hey, good morning, caller. How you doing?
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, I'm just, this thing what is happening is just shine on that topic. While I understand that COVID is real and we have to do all the necessaries to protect ourselves, I keep hearing people talking about social distancing.
Mm-hmm.
I keep mentioning it. But social distancing is very rare.
When you say rare, tell us what it's one only rare point.
When I say rare, in the terms of for it to happen really. Because you're in a
when you say for it happen in terms of you trying to give someone that distance between yourself and them,
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because how can I do that? You're in a bus, no social distance. You're in a plane, in a supermarket, you can't get it there. So I hear people talking about social distance. This thing come down to you. They said that mask, sanitizing, social distance, vaccine. That's the four main things to overcome COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's a personal choice. If the mask, I don't see someone wear the mask, and I know that here is it, I have to wear my mask, I wear my mask because I'm protecting myself.
Mm-hmm.
You see? Because I am the one who has a choice to protect myself.
Exactly.
But some people will get vexed with someone if they don't see someone do that. But you take the necessary and do it for yourself. If everyone
you make it a personal choice, was it?
Yes. If everyone do that, then you have a problem. If someone feel that I'm safe, and they want to go without it, and they want to risk their life, it's up to them. But you take the necessary to do what you have to do for yourself.
All right.
You understand? Even with the vaccine, it is a personal choice. And I don't think it should be mandatory. Because if you look at the statistics now, what shows that, hey, you could take 5 boosters, 10 boosters, and it still don't protect you from getting it. You see? So if someone says, I don't want to take the vaccine, for whatever reason they choose not to take the vaccine, they should not be forced to take it. You understand? And you have people now losing their jobs all because of a vaccine, but still don't give them the protection that they need.
All right.
And this is so unfair. You understand? It puts so much strain on families because they have to lose their job over a vaccine, and no one cares about that. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand you, caller.
No one cares about that. And because if the thing was giving you protection, look at me. Look at vaccine. If it was vaccine, when you take a tetanus vaccine, that go for 10 years or 12 years. It give you 12 years coverage protection. Look at all the other vaccines that I took. For measles, for all them other things as a child.
So you are saying from your personal opinion that taking the vaccine is doing nothing for you. Is it that what you're saying?
What I'm saying, it shows that it don't give you the level of coverage it's supposed to give to you.
Okay.
So if someone said, okay, this don't give me what I want, so I would not take it. So I will do X, Y for protection. I think I'm better that way. They should not be forced to go the other way.
All right, caller.
You know what I'm saying? It's a personal choice.
Yeah, point taken, man. Have yourself a good morning.
All right.
Okay. Understand the caller's perspective. And of course, he feels that you should not be forced to take the vaccine if you want. And his opinion is that, maybe the vaccine is not doing anything. You understand? Or he feels the vaccine is not doing anything, so he should not take it. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, brother. How you doing, sir?
I am doing all right. Tell me.
My sympathy goes out to that family that the young girl lost her life there. But I think the public and the media job is the conclusion. So if I'm an investigation officer, I don't think somebody that is scared of taking a vaccine because they care what the vaccine will do to them, might kill them, whatever, is scared to take it, would go and kill himself after they get fired from a job.
There be something else. There could be something else in between there that we haven't found out about, right?
Good. So I don't think people should compromise the investigation by saying things in their mouth that they don't know. And secondly, this brother that called, I'm just praying to God that you don't get it. Because this last night I was talking to a brother of mine, an anti-vaxxer. And I said, along to him, he said, brother, what happened to you? He said, boy, since after, I think since before Christmas, he's dead. He said, 4 days he needs. 4 days he can't put nothing in his mouth. He said, he swear to God he's gone, He said, he swear to God he's gone. So all the anti-vaxxers out there are betting you money. Any amount of money to bet. When you catch that thing, the perspective would change. So you can talk all you want now and say the vaccine is helping you. I know the vaccine works. I know it works. They never tell you wouldn't catch it. What they tell you is that you wouldn't get sick, major sickness from the disease. Right? So you have to take the vaccine. So if you catch coronavirus, it'll be like a common cold. Bam, bam, and gone. Don't put it in the bed and you can eat so much days and you might choose to die. If you have a medical condition, you're gone.
All right, caller.
You understand? So the point I'm trying to make is that, brother, you can talk all you want. But what was that? The taste is in the pudding? Something like that.
All right, man. Have a good morning.
Take your time, brother.
All right, yes. And it goes back to your personal choice. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Go ahead. Now, I'm looking at a comment being from someone on WhatsApp this morning, slight diversion from where we at in this morning. This person is saying that they're disappointed with the ugly state of the carnage, in reference to the broken sidewalk, the boats tied up with rope across the walk path, and causing one to even trip if they're walking on the walk path. And they're saying that the representative for the city what is that individual doing? If he's not seeing what is happening, the scene is a bit shameful. Well, I guess that's I haven't seen that per se. That's an individual making that particular comment there. And certainly hope if there's a cause for concern in terms of how boats are tied up and causing individuals trip if they walk in the carnage, that should be looked into. Good morning. Welcome to The Point here on K105. How are you?
Good. That last caller, he couldn't hit it on the head harder than that. The vaccine works.
Yes.
It works, and take it from me, it works.
I'm of the assumption that you are a vaccinated individual?
I am.
All right.
I am vaccinated.
And
it works.
Have you contracted? Are you afraid to say if you have you contracted COVID?
It works, I'm telling you.
Okay. Well, great. Okay. I'm happy to that you are able to say whatever you're saying here now pertaining to taking the vaccine and brave enough to say that it works. Good morning, caller. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Happy New Year.
Same to you, my dear. How are you doing this morning?
I'm fine. Very fine.
All right.
The vaccine works a lot.
Okay.
I take a vaccine when I had 14 years. You understand me?
Well, we referring to vaccine for COVID.
Yes,
this
I know. Well, I'm coming up the road. I'm coming up the road with it. Coming up the road. That vaccine, it's working. When I take that vaccine, the doctor that gave me that vaccine tell me that in my blood till I have 100 years. And all the things that pass in there, I never get it by the grace of God. Vaccine working. I have 74 years and I take me 2 vaccine already and I'm heading for the 3rd.
All right, Ms. Jacob.
That vaccine is working because all this type of is a bad thing that is going on for children. That's why I had also take it 14 years. 14 years. And when my grandmother bring me in and they give me that. When I hear the first lady bawl, and it's a big woman that bawl. When I hear she bawl by a run, and it's a good thing. My grandmother had 2 vegetable man. I run away from the first one. The first one couldn't get me. But the second one, he grabbed me. The second one grabbed me and he hold me on his shoulder and he start to rub my head. He start to walk up and down with me. He bring me to the doctor. Dr. Radic say, yes, baby, nothing to do. You just have a vaccine.
All right, Ms. Jacob. We of course happy to know that the vaccine that you have taken has worked for you, and I certainly hope that you encourage others to take the vaccine also. I have, of course, a comment from someone here on WhatsApp once again, and they're saying, no, good morning. And they're saying concerning the last caller that in terms of choice to take the vaccine. And he's saying that, employers have a choice not to employ you. All right? It's a choice one has to consider. So, yes, you have a choice not to take the vaccine, but if you at my place of work, or I employed you where I offer you a job and I said you need to be vaccinated, I have a choice also of that also. All right? Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right.
Now, my bit of concern is I wonder if the people who are talking about the vaccine work are really listening. It is said that statistics are said by Dr. the same something Michael what I told you, that the people who took the vaccine are are the one who is spreading the coronavirus. And they are entitled to get the Omicron and HN, what is outside it right now. This is what I wanted to do the research, get information, and come out on the radio and talk the vaccine work. Who have the vaccine are spreading the virus because they feel they are protected, and the vaccine is not protecting you from nothing. Because I have a friend who took the vaccine and she has COVID, she tested positive for the COVID. So what does the vaccine do protecting you from?
Well, they actually, but caller, it was actually said that taking the vaccine does not prevent you from getting the virus. You understand? And I'm getting the feeling that you're probably an anti-vaxxer, but there's never anything said by top scientists around the world that by taking the vaccine is going to prevent you 100% from not getting the virus. Good morning, how are you?
Good morning. I'd like to call back, but I have to call.
So take 30 seconds. Just take 30 seconds to get it over.
I did contract the virus.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
All right.
And I overcome that. And my natural immunity, I know it is robust. I need to protect me from that.
All right, cool.
I did contract it.
Thanks again.
I'm not big mind that. Not big mind that.
All right, man. No problem, man.
Okay.
Okay, great. Yeah, 435-2041. It's to the point here on K105, GBN TV, and also various social media platforms, YouTube and Facebook. And you can chime in, and still have a couple more minutes left on the show this morning. It's 10 minutes moving up before the top of the hour here on K105. And we talking this morning. Just share your thoughts, share your concerns pertaining to issues. A lot of folks seem to be, COVID seemed to be the dominating trend this morning. Let's go over it. Good morning.
Good morning, Zach. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
I want to say two things about the days when I was in primary school.
Mm-hmm.
One, we were given a slogan, ignorance is more destructive than war.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. And two, we had to do parsing and analysis as part of our English program. We had to we had to analyze and parse. So we had to see the relationship between this word, which is a noun, and that word, which is an adjective, what it does to it, and this word, which is a verb, and this is an adverb, how it qualifies it. And if people would only analyze, they would realize that, okay, you don't want to take the vaccine, no problem, stay home. Because when you don't take it, you're more likely to contract the virus. And you're more likely to spread it to people who are vulnerable at home or wherever you associate.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this thing, choices have consequences. So if you analyze it and you say, okay, if I take the vaccine, they wouldn't fire me. If I didn't take it, they will fire me. Could I afford to get fired? If I get fired, what will happen to my mortgage? What will happen to this? What will happen to that? If I take it and I go to work, yes, the risks are less. This kind of analysis were taught in primary school in my days. That is not done now. So a lot of the young people, they don't understand that you have to analyze situations.
Oh.
And then...
Folks may not agree with you by saying it's not done today, it's not been thought. I wouldn't say it's not been thought, but sometimes, folks are not putting it into practice.
No, it's not done.
It's not done?
No.
Okay.
I spent 41 years in the service. It's not done.
It's not done. All right.
One PS told me, I was doing a class, and I was trying to do grammar with a class. And he happened to come to school that day. And he told me, I'm not supposed to be doing that. But that is because some of these PSs, they're too bright, so they blind themselves to the other things that affect life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
So I know for a fact, if you listen to the radio carefully and you listen to people making comments, the older people who went to primary school in the days when they did analysis and analyze and pass, they analyze things differently because of the conditioning of this tendency to analyze. And that is seriously lacking today. Sure, brother?
I understand where you're coming from. Have a good morning.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks for your input. It's K105. It's to the point for Monday. Yes, it's the 17th day of January 2022, and we taking your calls. Share your thoughts. Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing okay, my dear. How are you?
New Year.
Same to you.
Let me just be two things. I don't want to condemn nobody. Miss Jacob is a woman. What she's talking about there is not good things. It's nonsense she's talking. And I don't have to cut off that time. Have a nice day.
All right, my dear. Have a good morning yourself. Have a good morning yourself. And we're not here to condemn anyone. You just said you're not condemning, but you actually just did that. All right. Anyway, let's go back to the phone lines and say good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Hi, Gigi. Good morning.
Good morning, my dear. How are you?
Nice watching you this morning. Happy New Year to you.
Same to you, my dear. I think I make out the voice, you know.
You make it out?
Yeah, I'm making out the voice.
All right.
All right.
I rode by you. I have a concern.
Tell me.
There is a guy who cut in the provision, the fig and the blogo and whatever, and they're dropping it right in the drain. Yeah, not first time, not second time. They always doing that, and the solid waste have to fight to come and clean it. The last time the solid waste come, they did a very good job. Now again, he do the same thing. It's a constant thing. When he trim all his provision and so he throwing it in the drain.
Right.
Now he put no entry, keep away on his premises. But he going in somebody else's premises and tie his sheep. The lady brother plant some oranges and so in there because she's not there. The sheep break down all the lady plants. Yeah? But he have no trespass. Don't enter.
Did you try contacting the police and to get them to come and deal with this matter?
Well, son, that is not my job, no papa, and I don't want no man raise no cutlass behind me because he like that, yeah?
I understand, but well,
nice.
that's where the police could come in. You don't have to physically go and talk to the individual, but you could probably get in contact with them the same way how you're sharing that information here. You could probably give the police a call and see if they can come to the area and see if this could be rectified.
Yeah, no, because that is sad for the solid waste to know they're cleaning every day.
I understand.
Constantly doing that. That is not fair.
All right.
That is not fair.
Thanks
have a blessed one.
You too, my dear. Have a good morning. All right. Yes, I understand the callers applied there, trying to maintain a clean surroundings and stuff like that happens. It throws you off. Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, hello, good morning. GT, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, sir.
Nice seeing you on the TV, boy.
Yeah.
This vaccine thing have so much controversial thoughts and stuff behind it. One thing we must understand, that the research for the old-time vaccine, or the folks that vaccine before, they had like 10 years, 15 years research. Now, research have shown, and evidence have shown, that they did not put that kind of a research into the vaccines they have now, right? And there are conflicting evidence worldwide. I don't know if you heard about Pearson Sharp and all the research. And you heard of Pearson Sharp?
Yes, I have.
Right, good. So, I mean, there's a lot of conflicting things concerning the vaccination. Now, I personally, not an anti-vaxxer, but I don't think it's safe for me to take.
You don't think it's safe for you to take?
No, I don't think so. Because, okay, put it this way. If you take the vaccination, right, you take it, and you could still pass on the the disease or whatever, the COVID, to somebody. Now, why should I take it? No, here's the next thing. Here's the next thing what is conflicting. Ivermectin, which been proven that the same FDA and the World Health Organization gave an award in 2015, stating that's the best medication for so-called vaccine. Now, in Senegal, have 16 million people. They use it. They had an outbreak years ago of the malaria, and they use it because COVID is really a cold, a form of cold, not so?
Yes,
right.
So it's been said. That's been said.
It's worked. So if that's the case, why do the medical fraternities don't want people to use ivermectin? And it's like, as soon as you talk about it, it's like the medical fraternity vex.
Well, I'm not a medical doctor in order to reference that for you. But I'm saying
you hosting a show, so you're talking and I'm talking too, right? So I'm just giving my point of view. And then the next thing what I find, GT, put it this way. Now, even what is funny to me, you are not seeing the passion of the people in health telling people to eat properly. For example, the pH levels like mandarin and stuff. There's a lot of things. The pH level once it's over the 15, 14, and we can use the fruits and vegetables we have there that will bring up the pH level of your body that will fight against the sicknesses. Now you're not seeing that passion from government, even the people that facilitate and telling you to take the vaccine. You're not hearing they say, well, eat healthy. They don't have a passion on that. It's just about the vaccine. So it concerns you. And then when you're seeing all this conflict,
I still may not agree with you in terms of what you're saying. But just hold a sec. Don't get too overhyped on it. I'm saying I would not agree with you when you mentioned that. I think it was said. And I can remember from the initial stage, people in yes, but they may not express it the way that you may want to hear it. You cannot. Everybody cannot say something the way that you, as an individual, want to hear it. And it may be expressed in a more calmer, more you may want to hear it with passion. You may want to hear it with zest. I understand all of that, but all I'm saying is that you cannot say it was never mentioned. And I think it has been done numerous times, in press conferences and so forth, where doctors who have said to eat healthy. So you cannot say that.
I mean, we agree to disagree on that.
Well, okay. You may have missed. You probably may have missed that press conference, so that's why you're probably saying you didn't hear.
I've seen a lot of press conferences,
but you have never heard them say eat healthy.
I've heard them say that, but not with a passion. I'm not talking about speaking hype like how I'm speaking now. I'm talking about constantly saying it and getting a little deeper into it. I have never really seen that.
Okay. I get your point, my brother. Have a good morning. Have a good morning. We strapped for time. Take it easy. All right. And just about 2 minutes or more left on the show this morning. It's to the point here on K105 and GBN TV, various social media platforms. You may have time to maybe take another caller or two, depending on the length of time the caller spends. Good morning. How are you?
Morning. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Good. The radio not too loud now?
Yeah, go right ahead. We strapped for time, so go right ahead.
I in full I am supporting the last caller, almost 100%. In that I think the emphasis should be on boosting that immune system, and I think the emphasis is not there. Right? The emphasis is, yes, taking the vaccine is good. Yes, but what I'm trying to say here this morning is, there are many disease and things like that.
Get the point in, caller, because we are a bit strapped for time.
Yes, right. But what I'm saying is, the H1N1, the bird flu, the swine flu, the this, that, come on, and all of them, right? All of them have one pattern. If is where that thing is attacking your that immune system. So then, if all these diseases and them is always in at attacking the immune system, then the emphasis should be boosting that immune system. No.
All right, caller. Have a good morning. All right, man.
Thank you, man.
Hey, folks. I understand everybody's plight, and you have to take personal responsibility. That's a key factor in not even COVID, but anything that's going around. Even just being a common cold, you have to have that personal grudge to want to protect yourself. Government can't tell you everything. You understand? So, folks, we're coming to the end of To The Point. It's straight up 10 a.m. this morning. And it was a pleasure having you folks, all who contributed to the program this morning. Thank you so much. Tomorrow morning, we'll, of course, have a different program form lined up for you tomorrow. Certainly hope that you will participate in that one as well. It may not be an open line tomorrow. Should have a particular guest popping in once all is set and well, and it's a go, which you will probably know about it tomorrow morning. So until then, have a great day. It's To The Point for today, Monday, 17th day of January. GT saying peace. I'm out. For television viewers, goodbye. Those of you via social media platforms, want to say goodbye also. And thanks to everyone who participated. Have a great morning, folks. It's To The Point. That's where we come to the end of it. And it's also the end of my stay for this morning. Join me again tomorrow morning for Good Morning Grenada, myself and Gary, and good stuff will happen once again. I'm out of here. Have a good day. Hey, folks, that's where we say goodbye.